Hi everybody, it's ProbablyRed. Today we are going to do a draft. Let's jump right into it. Okay. So the pack order has gotten switched up a little bit. So our rare, and okay, so what I mean by, just in case you don't know yet, what I mean by the draft order getting switched up. The first packs are from the draft packs, and then packs 2 and 3 are going to be echoes. And also they've added some cards, taken some cards away, nerfed some cards. I don't know how many of the buffs we'll see that are actually impactful, but they might come up. Okay. Okay, so let's see. We've got a Relentless Gorehorn in the pack. That's actually not bad. A 4 cost 3/3 Revenge is a little bit under the curve there. And then having the potential to have a Minotaur synergy card might make some Minotaur picks a little higher than others. Honestly, I kind of like the Enraged Arachnodon. Berserk is an okay ability. Power Breach Sentinel, whenever it attacks, that's actually a really good card. That's a lot better than a Rage Arachnodon, and time is still really strong, so that's definitely in the running. I don't think Nevia's Inquisitor's too high on our list yet. These are a lot harder to come by, but Feln isn't really the #1 faction that I'm looking to get into off of the first pack. I do like Dusthoof Brawler, but the 3 health is kind of a liability. So all said, and then of course Linrise Evangel is actually pretty good. If I had to pick between Feln Changer and Linrise Evangel, I'd actually pick the Linrise Evangel, which is kind of weird now that I think about it, because Overwhelm doesn't do too much for it. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess it's because it's Fate when you draw it, so it can just like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it holds weapons better, but it's hard to get weapons in this format. So maybe the Felon Changer is better. I just like somehow value the Linrise Evangel higher. But I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take the Power Breach Sentinel. I think there'll be tons of high cost cards that'll be coming my way, so that's where it might be wrong to take it. But at the same time, I think it's the best card in the pack. Tentatively, I say. So let's take it. Okay, and this is actually pretty good. Couple seats. It's not really what you want to take second pack, but it's not terrible. This is kind of good, I would say. Runic Protector. I mean, the 8 cost 8, it's pretty great. It's just to the point where maybe we won't even be able to play it on a lot of games. The Pledge kind of redeems it a little bit. I think we'll be able to get some of those later. And we just took a Power Breach Sentinel. Unless we have some Bond stuff going on, it's not really what we're looking for. I might want to take the Seed of Mystery just to have it, because I think they're a little bit harder to get. At the same time, though, Amber Acolyte is probably a little bit better fixing. Other than that, this pack isn't seeming too crazy. Storm of Feathers is alright. I'm always going to go Combre. I don't think I want to pick Storm of Feathers on this pack, too. I'd rather have the Acolyte. I actually really like Acolyte personally, and Herbalist. I would take Herbalist right after an Acolyte pick. Honestly, like I like the Herbalist a lot. Fixing is really good, and it's been getting harder to come by from what I've seen from other drafters. Flametail Whip, 3 cost 1/1 weapon you attach to a unit, and it gives the unit charge, and then you get 3 1/1 Wildcats when you summon it. You can't attach the weapon to them, and they get sacrificed that turn. You can't attach the weapon to them because they aren't on the battlefield until after you play it. I don't know, that's an interesting pick. I don't think it's very good. I mean, it's pretty aggressive. You give something charge, but you have to be able to play that card. So let's say you have 6 power, you can play a 3-drop, give it charge. This will probably be sitting in your hand, and you're hoping to top deck a unit later in the game, I guess. And then giving you an extra 3 units, you want to have something that like gives you a buff. Like, it could go in kind of a tokening strategy. Like, if they were all 2/2s with charge to get sacked at the end of turn from Horn of Plenty, that would be interesting. Burnout is just like a really, I want to say inefficient Soul's Fury, but it has fast spell speed. And I've been using Soul's Fury and Sealed, and I've only played it I think once or twice, like successfully, but it was really good both those times. Iron Oak's good to just stay open, but honestly, other things in this pack possibly in contention would be Kodosh's Evangel, maybe the Bright Mist Paladin. I think it's okay, but I can't think of too many ways to buff it. I like that it's a Paladin. I didn't really ever think about that. I think the Learned Herbalist is just the best pick. A lot of the time it's just going to be a 2-drop 2-2 that gives us like maybe 1 or 2 health, if that. But if we can discard even just any sigil to get a Secret Pages, that's gaining us a health, and it's turning 1 sigil into any sigil. And then if we're low on sigils and we're like needing to get to 4 or 5 or even like 6, we can get that Secret Pages and get rid of a card that's just sitting in our hand. Like we have 2 6-drops and we're at 5. I mean, actually, it might be bad to play Secret Pages at that point because we might just top deck, but you know what I mean. Something like that. It's just more fixing. I don't think I can prioritize fixing enough in this format because I think it'll be like taken out from under me. I'm surprised it didn't get picked, and the rare's still here. So that means that somebody took a common and an uncommon. Yeah, this is a hard choice. I think I'm going to take the Learned Herbalist. I've said that like 3 times. I'm just making sure I'm not missing something. This is a really good card too, in my opinion. I think it's better for some reason. Like, I don't know why, but I feel like it's better than the spell version where it gives something deadly. I'm just pretty fond of it. It just feels like it's a stronger card. I don't know why though. It's just +1/+1. Maybe I should start, if I value this card and I use it and it's good, then maybe I should start valuing the Touch of Battle a little bit more. But I think I'll just take the Learned Herbalist. Okay, so here I think we're going to go into our next color. Now, I haven't used this card yet. Pretty sure it was in, yeah, I know it's in Flames Exalted because of the Mastery, and it's not in Echoes. I think there's some Mastery cards in Echoes, but I think it's good, and it's going to go in the deck most likely. It's a weapon that gives +1/+1, and it gives the unit Mastery 5+4/+4. So if it can get there in 2 hits, like if it's let's say a 2/2 unit, you can make a 2/2 unit into a 3/3 into a 7/7, and all it costs you is probably about 7. So it's on 2 pieces, so you kind of get 2 for 1 if it dies. I don't know. Last Rites is not really that good in my opinion. Now this, given the opponent, a sigil and draft doesn't seem like that big of a deal. This is a super aggressive unit, and the 4 health is the worst part about it. Like 3 cost, let's say it's a 3 cost 4/4 that gives your opponent a fixing and a little bit of ramp. Ramp is not as useful in this format as it is in Expedition and in Throne. Like, it's just like, and I'm not super sure that that's true, but in my opinion it is. And Profitless Size, I was really high on that card, like definitely last format. Not last format, but because this is a new format in its own. Like, this is like Echoes 2.1 or 2.0. Yeah, I guess it would be Echoes 2.0. Nahid's Faithful is really strong, but it doesn't look too much like we're going into that. Like, it's possible we can sack Amber Acolyte afterwards, but I don't want to take a Nahid's Faithful this early. I kind of want to go into Praxis. Warpainter's okay. No. Let's see, what is this? Player Relic deals 1 damage to any player. Oof, not very good. Reconnaissance is alright. I'll take the Reflected Sentinel. Let's try it out. Oh, okay. So this isn't too terrible. Disjunction. Last format, people were snapping that thing up like crazy. Am I really undervaluing this card? What's this? I just like look at it and don't even read it. 1 cost 1/1. Berserk. Tribute. So something died. Create and draw a snowball. I don't really like it that much. Spirit Drain, on the other hand, that's a good card, even though it's expensive. Levitate is okay. It was better when it give your opponents units flying, because you could like pair it up with some of the killy spells like Bring Down. Then it got nerfed because it was too good. Drawing a card though isn't bad, so I'm not saying it's like unplayable. If we want to splash fire and we're going to end up taking primal, we want to splash primal, you know. Seed of Fury wouldn't be bad. Loyal Watchwing I feel like gets kind of undervalued, but I might be just overrating Warcry. I mean, it's just a humbug with Warcry, if you want to look at it like that. And then Relentless Combatant is a little bit understated, it feels like, but the Berserk isn't bad. It just would do a lot better with weapons on it. So I'm going to take the Disjunction here. Rampage is a great trick. And also, I might want to take the Cumbre Banner just to have the potential fixing. So it's kind of between these two. And I think I'm going to take the Cumbre Banner just in case we get into Justice. Anything else that just stands out like crazy. This is okay. This is, in my opinion, not too good. I actually think this is really good. But we only have one spell so far. We have potential to get 2 spells. No attachments yet. Could be a 5/5, and that's a permanent buff. Might be a bit early to go muster. I don't know how much muster support there is, so I'm just going to take the Cumber Banner, have a safe fixing pick. Here's another one. There's another Learned Herbalist in this pack, though, so I feel like that's going to be the pick. Nothing else standing out. Let's take it. And then let's see. Ooh. Decay, we definitely do not want Decay. Decay is one of the worst versions of this effect that's in the meta right now. I mean, it's better than, like, I don't know, like, it's pretty bad. But if you need it, it's great. There's no sideboards, but I mean, if you do get the market card that the market spell that gives you 3 costs, then which one is that? I think it's Justice. So if you're in Cumbre and you have Decay, you could put that in the market. That's pretty solid. Give something flying, kill an attachment. It's pretty good. But anyways, give a unit flying and berserk, not unit with flying berserk. Now that would be worse, right? So flying and berserk this turn sounds like really good. And then Proselytize isn't terrible, especially if I end up finding another like more token stuff. And Horn of Plenty is boosted, so it could show up. I don't think Cruelty is very good. So I'm honestly, like, I want to try that out pretty badly. It seems like Primal's pretty might be a stretch to say pretty open, because I mean we've been seeing Primal in the last couple of packs. They haven't been like, oh my gosh, I have to take this. They haven't been like 3 cost 3 3s with flying or something like that. Oh man, it's a hard choice. It's a hard choice. So I mean, it's Prophesize or Death from Above. So I'm just gonna take Prophesize because it's in our colors and it costs less. There we go. Another Prophesize. I don't know how many I would take. I might want to just snatch up a Death from Above just in case, but it's a 3-drop 2/2 that gives me. Yeah, let's take it. Who cares? Rampage would be in color if we're counting Refracted Sentinel, but I am. I think I like that card. Summon, draw a card, then discard a card. Now, I don't think that's bad. Wisdom of Elder seems very strong, and that is also kind of a sign to me, in my opinion. Primal might be open, but we're going to put that, well, we're not going to move it. Submerged Titan, when you play another unit, this gets +1/+1. I don't think that's super good, but I'm going to take it anyways. And then, I don't know. I'm thinking about it in like, Touch of Battle. And I think Touch of Battle is better than I give it credit for. But I don't play it. And I'm also not in Shadow. And last pick, Sizzleback Salamander. I don't know what this card does. Okay, it becomes a 3/1 if you pay 4, deals 2 damage to any player. That's a good card. It's not a bad card at all. I don't like the stats at the beginning, but the Berserk kind of makes up for it. So, alright, so our rare is Ancestral Oasis. I like that card. I love the Invoke. And then, let's see, that's a pretty solid one. We're only in one of the colors on there. Agent of Purpose is one of the worst, honestly, of the set. Like, not the set, but of the 3-color uncommons. 3 faction uncommons. Dancing Flame. Okay, now that is a pretty solid card. Yeah, I really like that. That's definitely in contention. I think I might just snap up that Ancestral Oasis. Covenant Stranger is really good. And then looking into other faction, Triumphant Return could pull us into Shadow a little bit. Siege Provisions is okay, but I want to pick it this early, and I want to pick it if I'm not even close to being Injustice, unless you count Comrade Banner and the fact that we have pretty good ability to splash. So contention would be Dancing Flame, Triumphant Return, Covetous Stranger, Ancestral Oasis. That's just pretty all over the place. Out of those 4 cards, I think Triumphant Return might be the most powerful card. Our deck doesn't have too much as far as like crazy units to pull back, but I mean I could see Sizzleback Salamander being pretty solid, coming back as a 4/4 Berserk with Twist for 4, dealing damage. Yeah, it could be pretty solid actually. But then would be 3 factions, which is the end of the world. I don't want to take a first pick Dancing Flame, and I think honestly Ancestral Oasis opens us up to the possibility of playing higher cost cards. And we also can consider just as much the potential to go Primal. So, and I don't think anything out in here is, this is not bad. But yeah, this seems like this is actually a hard first pick, first or second pack first pick for me. Let's see if it broken down to faction and 4 cards. I think I'm totally overvaluing Covetous Stranger here, but I might be wrong. I really like that card. It is a solid 2-drop. I don't know how many we'll see later. Feels like Strangers have been toned down a huge amount though. So that is something to note. We're just, I don't want to just like snap it up and be like, I have to have it. But if we do have a bunch of fixing cards, we could or not just fixing cards, and this does like replace itself, which is a little bit slow. I like the Dancing Flame for the like aggression. Could be a 3 cost 4/4. I'm probably not gonna run Submerged Titan, but I mean, I might. I'm kind of stuck on this pick now. Missing anything obvious? Doesn't feel like it. I mean, this card is okay. Sky King Storyteller is definitely serviceable, but they just don't compare. I want to take it not just because it's rare, like we don't get to, like you don't get a chance to get it, but I also think it's just a good card. Okay, so we took that. Oh, Majestic Skies. Not as good as Shardbinder. Oh, I'm actually pretty glad I picked Ancestral Oasis because now we have a little bit of synergy with it with a Shardbinder potentially. Other cards we could pick, Blade Crafters, very solid. Like, I don't know, I'm a little bit lower on Blade Crafter in this version of the format than I would be in the other one. I think I honestly want to take Shardbinder over Blade Crafter. I might be crazy. That Shadow, there's a good bit of Shadow in this pack, so we have to keep our eyes on that. But they took the rare, so that doesn't mean anything. And then Stone Powder Bomber isn't something I want to pick up this early, so we're gonna take the Shardbinder. Humbug Nest is okay, but we already have 2 Prophesize that we might be running them, so I want to be careful on that. What does this card do? Draw cards you can no. Utilize cost relic no. I would have to be running a lot of relics for that to be good. Two-Face got a nerf. I still like Two-Face a lot. A lot of the reasons I liked Two-Face are still there. Never really liked it for the mill, even though the mill side got a buff. It isn't able to like block, kill something, and then chump. So that's kind of a sad part. I really like Burning Core Drake. The question is, do I take a fire cost over a time cost, 2/2 flyer with fast spell capabilities, or the potential to draw treasure troves and have reckless? I feel like Humbug Nest is probably a better card than Burning Core Drake, and it defeats Burning Core Drake. And then other than that, Siege Provision's worth looking at. And then Two-Face, but I don't think I want to go into the potential like Shadow at this point. So I think I'm just gonna take Humbug Nest. Might be crazy, but it looks like we're building up kind of a tokens-esque build, and wow, that's a lot of fire cards. Fire and Shadow. That doesn't mean nothing because it's like there's one, so they took in the rare, a common and an uncommon, so it's just kind of all over the place. Assault Shield might actually be good in this, but I'm not high enough on Assault Shield to just take it over Inferno Zealot or a Covetous Stranger. We're not drawing a ton of cards, probably, so this isn't, like, amazing. I don't really like the card, honestly. I've been seeing it come up and, like, Throne, I think Throne play, and definitely a little bit, like, Expedition play, like, people are testing it out. I just don't like it. I've never been too high on the card. I might be wrong, though. I mean, a 5/1 for 2 seems good, like, if you can make it happen. Anyways, this is a shiny Covetous Stranger, so that's awesome. And then Inferno Zealot. And I think we have not enough 2-drops to say, okay, let's start jumping into 5-drops auto. But I think I want the Covetous Stranger. I think it's more reliable. Gives us some, like, it replaces itself pretty easily. And I love Mark Maker. Card is fun to play with. Got our newly nerfed Unfamiliar Interloper. It might be Interloper here. It also has lost toughness, just like Two-Face, so it can't block then chump. You have to just use its ability the turn after it dies. Still corrupted 1 though, so it's almost like just a free second fixing. And we have a lot of fixing, so I think I want to take the more aggressive pick here and just go with the Mark Maker. I think she is a very strong card. I don't know if we'll get another Interloper, and it might be kind of sad, but I think that's okay. Provoke the Dragons is okay. It doesn't stand out too much. Siege Revisions might be it. And I might just take the Assault Shield because it could be decent removal in here. It's a bad top deck after the board, instead of stalling, has just been cleared out. It's just a 0/2. You gain 2 health for 3 cost. It could be really bad. But the upside is it could be like a 5/2 weapon on a really good board, and then kill like a big flyer they have in a board stall. Overlook Spotter I feel like is kind of underrated, but I don't know. I'll rather just take Assault Shield. Let's see what happens in the next pack. Fire Conjuring. Now that if there's a deck where it's good, would be the deck. Now Platinum Kirin I think is the better card. I'm not super high on Sunset Enforcer because I don't feel like I have too much. Yeah, there's not really a lot of cards that sack. There's like none. Yeah. None. None yet. I also am not super high on Sunset Enforcer anyways. It is, I feel like, a little bit underrated though. Maybe even by me. Dive Bomb is a really amazing card, but we're not in Justice. I don't feel like just throwing in Dive Bomb from here. I'd rather have the Fire Conjuring. I don't know how much I'll be decimating, but if we keep low to the ground like this, we might just like end up being like at 5 power, be like, okay, forget about it. Let's just freaking Fire Conjuring decimate right here. Platinum Kirin, it's a hard choice. But we have a lot of fixing. I'm going to keep saying that, and then eventually it's not going to be true, and be like, oh no, we got fixing. And then we're going to be like, oh, I wish we picked up more fixing, or more ramp, I guess. Let's take the Fire Conjuring. I know it's double fire, but oh my gosh, we got super lucky. And this is a kind of shadow heavy pack, but nothing's really pulling a shadow. We're taking the Unfamiliar Interloper. Now's the point where we have to switch. And we would rather take the Tainted Mark just on the merit that it isn't double. I don't know if we're even going to be splashing. Now, this is clearly the better card. I don't want our splash to be Wisdom of Elders and Water Conjuring. It's more likely that we'll drop a Tainted Mark. And it's honestly, it's more likely we won't be running it at all. That makes me almost want to take the Water Conjuring, though. Just because if we're not going to run it at all, it would have felt better that we took a Water Conjuring. I don't know. We're going to take the Tainted Mark. That's my speculative pick. Urgent Missive, no. Spellstorm Changer, probably not. Your units with flying get killer. I don't think either of these are good. But this is like, I like this card better stat-wise. And then, wow, another Unfamiliar Interloper. Has it really gone down that much? And I don't think Enchanted Plate Mail is good. Here, compared to, I don't know. Just the reason it's not good here is because I'm not in Justice. Now, dealing 3 damage or something, like, I think it's better than Assault Shield, kind of. You get an extra armor, and the 3 attack is guaranteed. You can pledge it. You don't have to worry about your units. It doesn't have that crazy upside of being like a 5 attack or a 7 attack weapon, like on a really good day. Which, if we have recursion, assault shield gets better because it doesn't care about units after that. It's just whatever it was, I believe. Could be wrong, but I think it keeps its stats upon death, and then you get them again. We're gonna take the interloper. Do we have too much fixing? No. Let's just take it early. Then packs 3 and 4 will be like freebies. I'm just gonna take that out. I kind of hate that card, honestly. Oh, okay. What does this do? Arcane Restraint. The cursed player can't play more than 1 spell each turn. So basically, lets you gain a life every turn. Seer is amazing. I think it's better than Fury Blade for sure. It's better than Humbug Nest. Nothing else is really calling my name except for maybe Bottled Storm and possibly Dive Bomb. And then if we're really gonna stretch it, Spellbound Vestige. Like, but I don't have any dragons yet. So I think I'm just gonna snap pick that Seer real quick. Shardbinder again doesn't hurt. That's pretty solid. But another chance at Bladecrafter. We don't have any weapons except for Assault Shield. So that's fine if we're not taking the Bladecrafter. I mean, we do have 2 whole packs to go through. I would take it if there wasn't a Shardbinder in the pack. What else is in contention here? Possibly the Infiltrator, but we're not even close to being in Shadow, and that's the only other thing I would take over Shardbinder, possibly. And I don't think I would. Let's take the Shardbinder. Yojimba's here, but we're not running it. It's also kind of bad. Thunder of Wings is great. Token of Destruction is a consideration. Menace is kind of a consideration. I think we got plenty of fixing to not have to run tokens, but we'll run them if we can pick one up for free and it's like in 2 or 3 of our colors. Awakened Gorger isn't very solid, unless we're like, I mean, in our deck it could be a possibility, but I just don't think it's worth it because it could just keep getting chump blocked. I think it's Thunder of Wings. A 5-cost 4/2 charge flyer is really good, and then the ability with all our little tiny units to be able to get over just play it and get over. And then Still Part of Rum's alright, but we're gonna take the Thunder Wings. Okay, so here, Magnificent Stranger is magnificent as always. Token of Creation's a consideration. Zealot's okay. We kind of need some bigger stuff. I honestly think that the Kindling Carver is pretty good here. I'm not as fond of Kindling Carver in draft because you might just like rather have a big unit. Because you're like, I mean, if you can get out like a Prophesize and just like that counts as drawing 4 cards like over 4 turns, and you only spent 2 cards and a power decimated on it. And, well, 5 power, 4 turns, 2 cards, and a power in a pear tree. Like, I mean, all those resources netted you 4 cards, like, from the deck, in hand. Now, if you're getting milled, not good, but I don't think I've ever been milled in Echoes, so. It's Kindling Carver versus Magnificent Stranger, hands down. I mean, this is kind of a consideration, but not really. And the Zealot's up there, tokens up there. I could try the Kindling Carver. Honestly, the Magnificent Stranger is just better. It's great stats. It's great stats. But I mean, okay, so what this would do is it would make our deck like be able to draw into our threats if we can get some. We only have Power Breach Sentinel so far, but it lets us draw into our threats, get rid of the tiny units that don't matter at some point, like at an eventual point later in the game when our board stalls. But we have to be careful with that because then we could like get ourselves from being like competitive on the board to not. And the only presence it provides is a 1/1. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and snap it up. We might get a Magnificent Stranger later. Another shard binder. We need to get ourselves some more relics with those abilities. Burning Core Drake is also consideration. That Blade Crafter's still looking pretty good, but I think I'm just gonna take the shard binder and hopefully get something to synergize with it, like something good. Polish Reflection isn't even a consideration really. Fury Blade is though. I could take a Fury Blade. I might just want the third Interloper. I might be wrong. Like people might be undervaluing and it might be right. Like we'd want to be able to sack it. Oh, Kindling Carver. We could sack it that way, but the question now is at this point, is Unfamiliar Interloper better than Fury Blade? Especially when we already have 2 Interlopers. What all does it kill? Does it kill more stuff now? Everything got nerfed from like 2 health to 1 health. A lot of stuff did. Not from like 3 health to 2 health. So Fury Blade has kind of gone down a little bit, just as like other removals gone up. So it's like equivalent with a bunch of removal it was above earlier, I feel like. But I don't think that's too big of an impact. Maybe another Assault Shield over a Fury Blade. I'll just take the Interloper at that point. Yep. And I want the Sugar's Hook Sword. I like that a lot. Gravewatch Ancestor is great, but I want that big finisher. Other than that, Book Club Yeti's okay. So we're just going to take the Hook Sword. I really like that card. The Smithing is okay. Rectifier is gravy. It's gotten nerfed from a 2-1 to a 1-1, and I don't think that matters. Not in draft. It makes it block worse, like it can't kill like 2 health units, but a lot of health stuff got nerfed to 1 health, and a lot of stuff just is 1 health, so it's not that big of a deal. The Cookmaster's non-bow. Soul Drain Smithing is honestly a consideration at this point. We don't have too many weapons though, so a Blade Crafter is better than it, 100%. So we're gonna take the Rectifier here. Unfamiliar was okay. It's better than anything else in here. We're gonna take it. Wow, we got 4 Interlopers. Oof. We're probably gonna run like maybe 2. We'll definitely consider them to be cut, but we'll also make sure we're not cutting them over stuff that's just not good. Code of Strangers is an easy pick here. See, lots of great. I'm glad we're picking up some of this stuff. And then Rage needs to get out of here, so I don't accidentally run it. Just not noticing it. It blends in sometimes. Okay, so Grotto's Favorite is probably the pick. I like Funeral Pyre, but I've seen some people play it and it hasn't been very good. I just really love this card. I think it's so good, but it might not be. Like, comparing it to Seer, it does 1 less damage, but it can do 1 more damage split amongst 2 enemies if you lose power. This is actually a really good pack for us. So a slow, grindy card draw engine. I think of that. I think that's really good in our deck because of the 3 shard binders. Like, that makes that card better. And I think Grotto's Favorite is just too good to just say, nah. Even Power Bridge Sentinel's pretty good. This is just such a good pack. I think we just take the Favorite. I think the Favorite is still boss. Wormstone's okay. How many spells? We have a lot of potential spells. We have a lot of spells. A lot of spells that we keep. I think we take the Wormstone. Other than that, the Banner is amazing. We have a lot of fixing. It's worth the Wormstone is worth the pick. This pack is like flooded with some Justice, but it's second pick, and they left the Justice rare. Not a good rare, but Keeper's Friend's okay. I saw somebody running it in actual, I think it was the Expedition deck. We'll take the Wormstone. What else do we got here? We got a Charging Gridov's Evangel, another Processize for Wormstone now. 7 cost 7/4, and then it does the everybody shoots for 1. That might be something to get into. The 2 fire doesn't matter once you're at 7, in my opinion. This is cool. You can attach it to a unit and it deals 3 damage. I don't think that's bad. I like just giving a unit a buff. What would be really good with that? That's not going on. Honestly, at this point, there's the only thing I could see splashing would be wood smelters, and it's not a splash card, so we're pretty much just two factions at this point. Like right now, it might change. Like we still have like what 10 picks. Let's see. I want to just go through and cut some of the stuff I don't think I'm gonna run. I honestly think I could probably run the Sizzleback. We have a lot of playables. It feels like. Let's see. Everything in there I would run. We do have a lot of units. I think this card could get crazy. And then just having a 7/4 flyer after that is great. Like there's 4 cards I could really would consider running. And the Javelin's Guide's not bad. It's just not good in this deck. It's not really super high in draft in general. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. The 1 costs aren't as popular. With this deck we actually have a ton of 1 costs because of the token generation. We might have like an excess, but I think I want to take it. This is a hard choice. I think it's better than Hellfire Rifle, so we can scratch that off. I think we got a lot of fixing. I think we really got a lot of fixing in the form of the Interlopers, but it's better than an Interloper. That is 100% better than an Interloper in our deck, I feel like. There might be situations where we want the Interloper better, but like looking at it critically, I think the Evangel's better. Charge doesn't matter too much, but if we are kind of swarming out, that's fine. We need some big stuff to block up the sky, though, so we're going to take the big dragon, but another Reflected Sentinel I would not be too opposed to. Fixing our opponent does kind of hurt, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I like it better than everything in this pack. It's actually a pretty garbage pack, but I like that card a lot. Horn of Plenty is exactly what we're looking for, but just saying, I think we picked right in our factions, because this pack is so open for Praxis. Like, there's 1 Primal, 1 Shadow, and this pack is just wide open. And it's good stuff, too. Like, I would take, in this deck, Prophesize is the, like, Prophesize and Sizzleback Salamander are probably the 2 cards that are, and maybe Funeral Pyre, like those are kind of like lesser cards, but then Horn of Plenty, Arc of Curator, and Learner of Blisters are amazing. I'm taking the Horn of Plenty though. Let's see. We got an Oni Cave Diver. A little bit of scouting capability, a little bit of relic synergy. Okay, we need more relics for it to be good. It's a 2-cost 2/2 with the ability to scout once. It's not amazing. I like the Rectonic. It's just really bad. Like if you draw it on like turn 5 or something like that, and you're just like, well, I'll get a 4/4 on turn 8. Ugh. It's good early. So I think, okay, so as a top deck, I think Oni Cave Diver is better because you can drop it scout, and you'll more likely have a relic at that point. So it'll be a 4/2. Yeah, that's actually really good. Looking at it like that. Wormstone, we could probably take another one of those really easily, and it's also the best card in this pack. Easily. Learned Herbalist is good for more spell action. Living Weapon's not a bad card. It's good stats, and the +2/+2 and Overwhelm was nothing to sneeze at. Blackguard Sidearm's good, but we're not anywhere close to Shadow. Even though a splash would be easy, I'd rather just have a real smooth curve, be able to cut some of these lesser of the fixers. Man, we've seen a lot of Learned Herbalist. That card's, I don't know if it's boosted, but I'm pretty sure it must be boosted. And that's just more spells. How many spells are we running? We could run another Learned Herbalist. But I think we're kind of lower on big drops, and we have a lot of like stuff that get us more power. So I think the Living Mountain's kind of the pick. Another Wormstone I would not be opposed to. Barbarian Camp honestly isn't garbage in this deck. It would make us more incentivized to run the Politicize, but we might find out it's actually a crappy card, because like the toughness actually matters on the good old Horn of Plenty. But I don't know. This is a hard pick. Do we go Barbarian Camp or Wormstone? Or do we just go say, hey, let's get a... Or do we just go ahead and say, hey, let's get that Magmatic Sentinel? Now, we don't have... I mean, we have We have 2 7-drops, a couple 6-drops. Like, we don't need it. It's kind of a hard choice. I think 2 Warmstones is plenty. Only problem I'm running into is yeah, I'm running into a slight problem, and Barbarian Camp seems good. I've never taken it and ran it though. Now I've taken Wormstone and ran it. I don't know. I don't think we have enough. I don't want to get like stuck. Let's just take the Barbarian Camp and try it out. You know, you gotta learn. Power. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. And I think we have a great deck. Alright, so see you in a second. I'll show you what the deck looks like. Hi everybody, it's ProbablyRed. We have changed the camera angle. Hopefully you like it. But let's just see what I got going on here. Quick, I want to say my thank you to Farming Eternal Discord. It's Pat and Moro and Hats on Lamps. They do the Hats on Lamps, and Pat and Moro, they also stream on Twitch. Just wanted to say a quick thank you because they're at the Discord. They help people build decks for the draft format, and I sent this one to them and they helped me doctor it up. So thanks to everybody who helped me in the Discord. Okay, so let's go over what we got here. Kindling Carver. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of do like broad strokes. I actually kind of like starting from the power base. You'll notice that we had 1 comrade banner, but we're running 17 power and a little bit more time because of the breakdown. We could cut something else and go to 18, but I think I like it like this for now. If all else fails, we'll come back and change it. We got a Thunder of Wings, Humbug Nest, and then the Fire Conjuring kind of go with. We have a bunch of units, it feels like. So, like, you know, Fire Conjuring is good, especially with the Invoke. Seer is just really nice removal. Can't kill big stuff, but it also can go face, and it's a fast spell, so it's worth it. Disjunction, I feel like we got enough decent attachments. We might not see any attachment removal, but we'll probably see like a relic weapon or 2. And it's just nice to have. And then if Shugo's Hooked Sword does happen to die, it's cool to be able to get it back with Disjunction. And like I just said, Shugo's Hooked Sword, it's really excellent. We already know from the League that it's a really strong card. And then Horn of Plenty, your units having +1/+1. This card is boosted. Now, that's the only one that I can say, oh hey, this card is boosted, because I've been hearing it a lot lately. I don't really know all the boosted cards. I'll have to do a little bit more research. I know Eternal Journey goes into it a little bit on their podcast. Another shout out. But I got 2 Wormstones in here because I feel like we're running a decent-ish amount of spells. We've got 5, and then we've got a couple of Covetous Strangers. Got a Learned Herbalist, so we have the potential to break them, and if we can just break 1, that's really decent. 4 cost 7/7 is pretty hardcore. Ancestral Oasis gives us another Invoke, and it gets our power up, because this deck is kind of power intensive. Got the Skyfire Hellkite to kind of capitalize on the fact that we have a bunch of units. It's also a big flyer. Power Bridge Sentinels are alright. Gets us into the later power, thins out the power base, and like gets us like cards that are actually worth playing later in the game. And they have really decent stat lines. Gerda's Favorite is just an amazing card. She kicked butt in the Flames of Zolta limited, and when she did show up, she was pretty good in the Echoes so far, so she continues to be very strong. Living Mountain, I feel like, is a really good card. That Overwhelm does kick in, even if you're just throwing it on a Humbug or something. It can get you in a little bit more damage. Inferno Zealot, I feel like it's solid because of the Pledge. It also like kind of rounds out our power base in that sense if we get it early and we need it. And then also I've seen it do a lot of work. 8/1 Overwhelm is like has to be dealt with, so you want your 5-drops to say I have to be dealt with or it's a problem. Downside is it's really easy to deal with. Pretty much Stiff Breeze could take this thing out. Rectifier is really good still, even after the nerf, as once again we've seen in League. Rectifier is solid. It's funny, I'm running a Praxis deck in Draft and I'm running a Praxis deck in League, but this one is a pretty different build, honestly. because it's got those draft packs. So rectifier, not too much to say here. It's just like the silence is the reason you run it. We're used to dealing with kind of lesser stats in draft, and then we make up for it with our high drops. But the difference between a 2-1 and a 1-1 does matter, but it is like negligible when you have a double silence potential. Then Mark Maker. Being able to give something overwhelm permanently is really solid when we're running units that are this big. And in general, Mark Maker is just a well statted for its abilities, and it's got a decent corrupted ability. Corrupted cost is great. I really like Mark Maker. I totally underestimated Mark Maker when I first saw it, but now I understand her power. Amber Acolyte, I'm not super sure how strong this card is right now, but I think it's good enough for fixing. We got one more interloper left. I had drafted 4. I don't think that's proper English. I drafted 4 of them. I picked up 4 unfamiliar interlopers. Anyways, now I'm running 1. After been given some advice on the list and the build and stuff, and I think everything here I'm very comfortable with. I think it's good. Kind of want to run the barbarian camp with some extra proselytizes, but I don't know. Maybe if it's not working out, like after the first 2, like if I get 2 losses in a row, I'll be like, well, I'll just run whatever on the third run, unless it felt like it was just almost there. Anyways, back to the breakdown. Shardbinder is really well statted after it's been buffed, and also there's not as much as you'd hope for in a deck with 3 Shardbinders, but I mean they can all trigger Ancestral Oasis. And I don't think I have any spellcraft at all, but I mean they're still good. That's the crazy part about them, is that even with that, 2 cost 3, 2 overwhelm is still really good. Oni Cave Diver is really solid, because let me just say that we don't have a lot of relics, but a 2/2 that scouts for 2, like, and it costs 2, is pretty good early game, and then late game, where we're more likely to have a relic, comes down, scouts, maybe gives us like a chance to keep a spell that was already up there, or a unit that was already up there, and get rid of a power. And then also, like, having a 4/2 body is a lot better. So it's a pretty good card overall. And then we have Learned Herbalist. I think I might overrate this card because of the Scion draft. It was extremely good in Scion draft, so I used it a lot then. But I still like it. It's really good here because of the Wormstones. And then same with Covetous Stranger. Covetous Stranger, I don't think I'm underrating it at all. Really solid card. Very surprisingly strong card. Like, can seem kind of like, oh, is it good? Yeah, it's good. And the Treasure Troves are spells, so another little bonus there. And finally, we got Kindling Carver. This is kind of an experimental pick for me, because it's definitely not a sacrifice deck, but it has the potential to do some sacrificey stuff, so we'll see how good old Carver does. Let's jump into it. Alright, we're up against Famous Trickster. I like this hand. Seems like a pretty decent start. Actually, not too amazing, but we've got a 2-drop, we've got a 4-drop, we can do it. We can scout on turn 3. And then this will be a 4/2 for a second, as long as we have the Wormstone. And honestly, like, the cards we have are powerful, if not a bit costly at this exact juncture. Let's go ahead and scout real quick. I think we can bottom the Kindling Carver. Carver has potential. It's just, it can be pretty bad too. Okay. And I'll just swing. I'll trade. I mean, huh. So they're also running Praxis. So Praxis might just be out of control right now. Wow. Yeah, that's out of control. Holy mackerel. Just gonna go ahead and end my turn. If they're playing just one more determined stranger, it might be over real quick. Okay, Center Motto, that is a relief. Okay, they didn't do nothing there. That's great news. I think I want to silence this, believe it or not. Just because I think we're gonna overpower this stuff, and I just don't want them to reduce the cost of any dragons. Just not something I want to do. Three, two. Okay, smacking that in the face. Alright, so let's go with the Power Breach Sentinel. That seems solid. Now I'm kind of feeling good about cutting all those proselytizers, because proselytizers do not do anything against 4/4s unless you get all of them out and just block it all and are able to do that quickly. So what we need to do here is Living Mountain, give this a little bufferooski, have one up, and we'll kill one. And it might not be worth it, but we needed that sigil. We'll kill this one, I guess. Wish we had the Ruinous Burst or something. But alas, we don't. At least it's a 3/3 now, and the other unit's dead. Well, good game, Famous Trickster. That was really quick. I like it. So we've done a couple of quick changes. I know we won, but I also felt like there's more potential here. I wanted to add in the Prophesize. We're gonna see how that works. Added a Barbarian camp. And we're keeping in a lot of this stuff. Alright, we're up against Nanako. Ooh, I don't know about this hand. This seems a little bit sketchy. Let's redraw. Hopefully we get like 3 sigils. We gotta get there. Oh, man, this card is hard when you have to decimate. We'll keep it, but I don't know. We gotta get a second time sigil. We just got rid of a bunch of our fixing. I might just cut a Hydra up and drop something we don't want. This could get nasty quick. Because what we got rid of, we got okay, there we go. Okay. And then we're gonna just end turn, and we'll kill the Cloud Snake Hatchling. Yeah. Trading 1 for 1 is a pretty good deal, I believe. And now we'd like to get a second fire sigil. That would be amazing. Alright. That's more time. So what's gonna happen next? Well, first of all, honestly, I think we're gonna decimate. Now that sounds crazy looking at it. And then we're gonna play, because that means we're gonna have to draw a lot. We're not gonna block with that one. That would be a lot of darned sigils that we need to get back on track. But we can Thunder of Wings next turn. We'll trade. That's perfectly fine with me. And then, yes, got there. Okay. And then I guess we'll Thunder Wings here. And drop a Cultist. Nah, misplay. I should. Well. Do we attack? Yeah, I think we get a little aggressive. This is a pretty aggressive deck. And then they may get the killer, but they'll end up just. I don't know. I'm not super sure. Ooh, ouch. More flying units. No blocks. Okay, so let's get to 5 here. And then I believe if they, I'll just end turn. Ouch. We need one more fire sigil. Heck, one more sigil in general would be nice, because then we can start getting on that Power Breach Sentinel Train. Okay, yeah, we definitely want that on top. And then this is getting a bit out of hand, if I should say so. Let's end turn. We are getting pinged to death. We do have a little bit of answer here. Okay, so we can play this. It's 4-3. And then, end turn. That's not worth it. We gotta get a reason to, or not a reason, we have to get a way to destroy all this stuff ASAP. Right now we have to get that Sentinel out, that would help. And then if we can get a good turn swinging in, and then just fire conjuring, it would be awesome. And I'm going to... So they have to block with 3 units. We'll just try that and see what they do. Okay, Humbug Nest doesn't help us here. The more that they chump block, the better for us. Ooh. Maybe they'll silence the 5-3? Dang it. They silenced the overwhelm unit. 4-3. Okay, yes, finally got the other fire. And then we're gonna swing boom, 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 boom. Depending on how many it take, we might just win off of that fire conjuring. Okay, that's perfect, that's perfect, that's perfect. And yes, we'll probably decimate, right? Okay. We're gonna decimate just to see what we can get. And maybe we'll top deck a sigil. Ooh, beautiful card. Hammerhand. Good game. Well played, Naniko. Alright, we're up against NetDecker. And we can't keep the hand. That's a hand I can get behind. This is exactly what I'm looking for. We could just get one of these fire sigils to be a time sigil. That would be perfect. Our deck is extremely power intensive though. We do need to kind of mitigate that at some point. We do have Ancestral Oasis. We have to get there before we do the whole proselytize thing and decimate our power. But looking at it here, we can get there. Only thing I'm kind of worried about here is just we do want to decimate because proselytize isn't good as a 1-1 or I mean as a 2-2 for 3. It's not even okay. It's just it's bad. But as a 3-cost decimate for a 4-4 across 4 1-1 bodies, the only time it's not good is when they have just a big unit you can't get past. It's actually strangely enough better on the defensive. We'll kill that. The Warcry is going to get out of hand eventually, so we just gotta get rid of that while we can. That helps us out a ton. Silencing that would be pretty optimal. And then Carver would be pretty good in this situation because those prophesize turned into just card draw, card draw. Okay, yeah, we'll block. If they play anything, we'll silence it. If not, we just kill that. Yep, we'll totally silence that. Awesome. Yeah, let's get that. We got the Carver. Probably should have Carver killed Drew, but we'll just go with this for now. And honestly, even in this kind of situation, we will kill their 4-2 with our 2-1-1s. Playing pretty defensively, honestly. In fact, maybe we won't. Maybe we'll wait for Barbarian Camp. I think that's what we'll do. I think what we'll do is we'll Carver, killing that. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff. We have a couple options here that are pretty great. Okay. Flying hurts. Hurts a lot. So first things first, we gotta draw into something. Let's play whatever we get off of here. Okay, perfect. Turn a unit into a sigil. Let's get a little bit of max power boost potential for our invoke. And a little chump blocker if we need it. We're probably gonna need it. So there was a little bit of dirtling going on that turn. Double, oh, ow, ow, ow. Yeah, we're gonna have to block here. We gotta kill that unit or we're in a bad position. It's just very impressive. So maybe we can get something here. Okay, amplify to give killer. We can give a 1-1 killer. Oh, we're in deep. Yeah. I mean, they got us, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay, I didn't know it could give it to itself. That's pretty good. That's really good, actually. So, I mean, it doesn't exactly stabilize, but it's better than nothing. I think we have to take 3 to just have any chance here. That was an amazing invoke. Holy mackerel. If we make it out of this, we might just switch it back to its original form. Because it felt like it was doing pretty good in that form. Just being honest. Yeah, we'll block that. There's no way we're taking that. You can kill our unit, I don't care. You got 3 damage, go for it. Or maybe they wanted to search for a weapon. Okay, getting some armor. What is this? 6. Okay, yeah. I can see it. Is it a 0 cost? Did it get reduced? What's going on? We can expect a weapon next turn. Okay. And then we'll swing in. We're gonna get unblockable 4 damage. Yeah, we'll swing in and get some of that pulled out. Okay. It also reduces the amount of armor they'll have. So they can deal 3 damage to us if they kill that blocker. Different kind of weapon. Ouch. Good game. Wow, that was a powerful end. Well played, NetDecker. Well played. Alright, we're up against Samurai Hitmen. Where do you draw that? We'll keep it. I think we're going to start out with Covetous Stranger. Get some draws in. Well, we need fire. Oof. We took out fixing and now we need it. Alright, let's go proselytize. Do we decimate? No. On the first one. Alright, let's see what we can get done here. Let's see if we can get some fire. Okay, they're just smashing face. Gotta do it. Gotta get those units. We'll just attack with the 3-2. Just alright, here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. When do they have something that really mess us up? We'll attack with everything. So it's, yeah, unless they play a bunch of defense now, I think we got a good chance of winning this. Oh no. Well played, Samurai Hitman. Good game. We're playing yet another iteration of this deck. This time we've added in 2 Refracted Sentinels. Anything else of note that I can think of? We're gonna try it out. We're up against Knucklebob. Would that be sodium chloride boob? Borium? I don't know. Yeah. This is a good hand. We need a second time. One more time sigil and we will be good. There's the time sigil. But it's that time sigil. Okay. Do I just go ahead and pledge that? And I think I do. Let's us decimate more freely. Oh, Racton Egg. That's a good card. Too bad I cannot silence it. The 4/4 it makes is pretty tough. Holy mackerel. I don't believe they know what we're doing. So we're gonna go ahead and attack. No. Do I already play Sigil? That was a misplay. So we're gonna go ahead and attack. We should have waited until after to see if they did a trick. They didn't. I messed up twice that turn, but it's okay. I got their hydrangea. Traded. Okay, wow. The killer doesn't help us much. Silencing that helps us. Unfortunately, we can deal 9 damage, it's just not enough. Maybe the invoke will help. Just 1 more damage. I think we end turn and then quadruple block that. Actually, just double block it. Yeah. Okay. No blocks. It's fine. Ooh, flying is not helping our cause. There's a good bit of it. Okay. If we could just get like a camp or a Horn of Plenty or anything, then we could just keep swinging and swinging and swinging. Okay, this is pretty darn good. What does this one got? I'll get mastery eventually. That'll fix them for more. That deals damage. Deals 1 damage for each card in their hand for 7. That'll become a 2/2. It's already a 2. Let's just get rid of that.
And we'll just end turn again. We really need a buffing thing to make it so that Fire Conjuring will just kill whatever. Okay, so they got there. The Yeti Griffin Rider. Okay. Deadly Killer does not help us much. That sucks. Okay, so we'll pass turn. So that's reckless. Yeah, we'll kill that. Okay, so what we're gonna do, so we will block here, and then we'll double block, then we'll Fire Conjuring and Decimate, because we just need the Decimate card, honestly. What can we get? We got 6. Okay, Exalted's pretty good. That's not very good. What does this do again? Pay 2 to make a 4/4. That is only good on our turn. Okay, we could push a little bit of damage that way, huh? Better than a 5/4? Possibly. No. Okay, I like the Wormstone. I like the Exalted better. We don't have any spells yet anyways. This is one I kind of wish we kept the Disjunction. Container Mark does put a damper on stuff. What is this? Only during our turn really hurts us there. Okay. I could shove luck with a Rectifier, I suppose. Yeah, I'll do that. It might be a misplay, but we're gonna see. Now, if I top take a Barbarian Camp or a Horn of Plenty, I'll be like, well, dang it. Okay, I guess without this, doesn't do anything. The question is, are we going to chump block? And the answer is likely yes. Now I just need a big unit. Okay, nope. Shardbinder's not gonna get. Actually, it does kind of get us there. Yeah. They got us on a 4-turn clock, though, not including the Titan, which makes it like a 3-turn clock, I suppose. Okay. So let's see if they've got a trick here. Nope. Okay. But we need a good thing to happen here. That was not the good thing I was talking about. Good game. We'll play it in ACLBOB. Okay, so this is the final version. We're keeping it Reflected Sentinel, but pretty much turning it back to how we had it in the first run. Let's go back in and change the power real quick. Alright, see you in the game. See you in the game. We're up against Prince. I don't want this hand. I like this one a lot better. And with 3 shard binders, I really wish we were a little bit more rich on like just abilities that trigger off him, the spellcraft and the activated abilities of relics. I think our first play is actually Covetous Stranger here, just to start building you know, a couple of those treasure troves up. I can always hold one for the Wormstone. Honestly, we're gonna push. Just gonna progress the board, push for a little bit more damage. You know, a nice little tempo play. It's like playing a 2-1 with charge. That's what it feels like to me. Actually, it's like playing a 4-2 with charge because it's exactly what it is. But you know. So I wonder if Prince is actually playing the creation colors. I think that's creation colors. Yeah. It's creation or tradition. Tradition, I think, is with primal. Fire. And then I will just swing with the 4-2. Let's play a shard binder and pass. If they attack, I suppose I will double block just to get it out of the way. It's basically like a slow barbarian camp. Like over time it'll happen that all the different units have overwhelm. That didn't make any sense. But anyways, I think I want to give overwhelm to this unit. There we go. I was just thinking a step ahead. No, it was just what I was saying is it'll be like every unit will have +1/+0. Like it'll be a barbarian camp. Eventually, it'll get that bonus. I guess I was thinking of inspire units you draw get overwhelm. I don't even know if that's on a card. It should be, right? I know there's a flying one in primal. I wonder if they'll bring Inspire back. It was a good mechanic. Yes, I would double block. They haven't got their mastery yet, have they? Nope. What is it? What happens whenever it what? Does damage kill it? Yeah, I'll take that deal any day. I guess that was to incentivize me to block? We'll just attack on in here, see what's going on. And then I suppose I'll just drop a good old Kindling Garber, sack it, play it. Next turn we got 7 for the good old Shugo's Hook Sword to kill a flyer if they play one. That would be amazing. Good game. Well played, Prince. Alright, we're up against Psyduck. Don't want that hand. Man, that's a solid little hand there. This one's more so solid. I don't know how I feel about Refracted Sentinel. I mean, it's a 3-cost 6/4, but it also does fix our opponent and ramp our opponent. What could be very, very bad depending on if they're like just one away or if it just like gets them an extra spell per turn. You know, it could be bad. I think Shardbinder is sickly good right now. It's a bit pushed. See? Amazing. So let's go ahead and swing in and see what they do. Nothing. Okay, let's play a Sentinel. Get your sigils. Get your sigils right here. So it looks like we're playing up against Genève. Ooh, the Yeti. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I can't do. We kill 2 units. Let's just attack. No. So we're losing 2 damage, but we're saving our Sentinel for now until we can give it Overwhelm. We'll see what they do. Okay, I'm fine with that. 2 damage, push. So I want everything to be used, even if it's not just used to attack. Now, that's perfect news, unless they're going to destroy everything somehow. Okay. What you got? Oh, biting winds would be bad. Okay. I think I'll trade for a Magnificent Stranger, right? That's pretty good. And now we need sigils. Alright. Oh, there we go. So let's go ahead and what we're going to do, we're going to boost this. Gives us a good little push there. I don't think they can kill us this turn, so let's see what we can do. Oh, that's a good card. Okay. Really just decimated us there. Guess I'll silence that. Okay, I can dig that. Now we could just get one more sigil. Perfect. Next turn. Okay, right now. Push for a tiny tad bit of damage. And a Seasoned Splunker. Old Indiana Jones. The Power Stone! Let's go with the Hook Sword. I think we'll go ahead and nib at this. I have to block the 6/5. Looks like we're actually getting through right here. Good game, Psyduck. Thank goodness we won. Alright, we're up against Calypse. Ooh, we'll keep it. Searing into Wormstone would be pretty nice, especially if we get to remove something. Would be amazing. I think I will definitely pledge that. Alright, so timeout. Shard Binder. Your board's kind of rough. They could be removing stuff, you never know. Plague could be really bad. We'll just remove that. Feels bad, man. We'll attack, see if they block. Okay, so we'll take the 2/3. Saved our unit. And they saved theirs. It's gonna take 2 turns to get it online. We need a little bit. We just need to get the wormstone out first, then we can sear it, and everything will be good. Drafting these cards was so much fun. The deck that resulted was actually pretty amazing. Like, it was unique, but it's also still Praxis, so it feels kind of familiar in some ways, but otherwise it's just like, yeah, this feels so different. It took us a minute to kind of get the hang of it, though. Where's the Armor King? Okay, fair enough. We'll start turn. And then we'll Wormstone. No, we can't really worry too much about the fact that they are going to continue and continue to reduce cost. That's not good. But we shall see what effect it has. Let's play this. And I suppose we can attack, fight, and end turn. I don't mind getting that as long as we can kill something, maybe a blocker. Because some damage is pretty important. Okay, so start turn. I think we'll just go face. Got 1 life. What are they drawing in here? So I'm getting so quiet, I'm just getting honed in. Getting in the zone, focused about what's going on. So they are looking deep for an answer for the cold deck. It's void bad now. There's not too much in their void. Let's see what Calypso is doing. And a good game. Alright, we're up against Gerlander. This is the last battle of this draft. Win or lose, we're gonna keep this hand. Pretty good little start here. Got some playables. Alrighty. This will get us into draft silver this month, which is pretty exciting stuff. And what else? If we win this, we'll get 3 diamond chests, which is pretty amazing too. We're just gonna go ahead and attack to start. Okay, nothing doesn't look like a surprise to my eyes. If I had to guess, I'd say nothing yet. Okay, Fanatical Stranger. Okay, great. So that's actually better for me than creating blockers, to be honest. Okay, Arachnodon Egg. We have to get our big unit out before then. And that's the way we're gonna do it. That's the way we do it. And that's it. Wow. Just wow. That's a bit much right now, right? Now I need 2 secret pages as fast spell, luckily. And just fast pages at the end of the turn. Okay. I knew it was coming. There wasn't much to think about there. I just kind of zoned out. Kind of doing a little. We're gonna make an excuse if I was counting up the turns it would take for us to get destroyed. I'm just messing around with you. I totally phased out there for a second. Let's go Skyfire. That's actually a really good draw. If you want to block the 1/1, that's fine. That'll be 9 damage. We can just get in there. We're good to go. That 4/4 was not in my plans. I think that was their act on egg. And I think we can get there. I think we can do it. I think we just trade right now. We just need that thing to live for 5 more turns and we win by default. I really don't like that. Don't like that one bit. Alright, let's A space. Maybe we'll get in there with 1. We could draw a burn spell that gets in. Let's go with that. Can I overwhelm? I think we can win. 2 different types of evasion on 2 big powerful bodies. They have 3 cards in hand though, so if there's any removal, they can just annihilate something. That's really good removal. What you got, girl ender? Okay, so the opponents decide what they're doing. Nahid. The question here is, I think I just block the Nahid and let that kill them. It'll take a lot longer. Ooh. It's getting a little spicier than I thought. Yeah, that's about it. Okay. I should have just played it. That was a misplay. Take 5. Oh, they're gonna get a 10, 9. Man, good game. So far it's looking like they have the advantage here. So if we can stabilize now and just hold them off for 10 turns, but man, they got some more big units. Good game. We'll play Drulander. So we weren't quite to silver rank this week, but if you liked the video, I hope you liked and subscribed. Tune in next week for another draft video, and also if you're here at the channel, go ahead and check out our other videos. We do roguelikes, we do all kinds of Eternal content. The three that we really hit are League. Do League every week. We do Draft. We do a draft every week, and then we do Expedition. We do Expedition as much as we can, several times a week sometimes. All right. Thank you. Have a great night.